America, y'all don't care about a strong black woman. Look at these views. I already told you I can bench press a Cadillac. What more do you need to see? Watch me rip the white pages out of this phone book. Watch me carry all these groceries in one trip. Lumberjack? Huh. No, honey, I'm a lumber diva. Strong black women don't sweat. We glow. Now watch my podcast or I'll crush your face, bigot.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. Mansion Michelle Obama, who has multiple palatial plantations on private islands, wants you to know that her Meemaw and Pawpaw were very suspicious of people who took too much.
She and my father didn't aspire to be wealthy. In fact, they were suspicious of folks who took more than they needed.
Okay. Michelle Obama's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Again, she decides to live in the whitest places on Earth on private islands. She doesn't choose to live in Detroit or Baltimore for some reason, or Atlanta, but we'll get to that in just a moment. Maybe it's because she can't afford a fourth, fifth, or seventh house, making her parents proud by definitely making $0 on her new podcast. So there you go. She's definitely not making any money here. Michelle Obama's last episode of her podcast got, 6,000 views. It's been up for 6 days. That's not good. Michelle Obama, who we were told has hundreds of millions, if not billions of people who love her and follow her, only has 70K subs with all of the paid promotion that could possibly be pushed into this little channel. Yikes. And she's getting ratioed on everything that she posts. Nuclear ratios. This is a 7-to-1 ratio. And she's, of course, getting completely torched in the comment section. What a disaster this podcast has become. How embarrassing. Only here for the comments. Imagine thinking anybody gives a shit about the Satoros. I don't watch I can't watch these three dudes from even a minute. It's so boring. Your podcast is bombing and you really suck at this. Go ahead and call everybody racist. Turn off the comments, bro. Buying subscribers, views, and comments does not make you a popular podcast. Well, it's not a popular podcast. Go look. Go look for yourself at the channel. I'm not cherry picking. Go look for yourself at the channel. Michelle Obama's, every episode is just collapsing. 6,000 views. This is 11 days ago. Holy smokes. This comment will get more likes than the video. Video got ratioed again. There you go. There's a 5-to-1 ratio. Every single comment is just roasting. Can we see Michelle do the dance on Ellen? These guys suck. You're having insomnia. Put on the show. You'll go right to sleep. Yes. Here's what you're missing on the show.
My most fulfillment. I wake up and pop out of bed when I'm going to sit down with another young person who was like me, and I could share with them some secrets, some things I learned to help make their life a little bit easier, because I know just how many young people just don't know.
And you really do that.
Yeah.
And it is really, I don't want to I know we're hearing it. I'm not being biased, but you really do that. And it means so much to us.
Yeah.
Especially when you talk about family and unity. I think that's something that our generation is really struggling with, right?
Oh, yeah, we're really struggling. We're really struggling. Well, you're not struggling as bad as Michelle Obama's channel is struggling to get views. 4K views, 6K views, just to show you guys that I'm trying to be fair here. 3K views. Some of these get clearly promoted, and they have 100,000, 200,000. But these are full episodes with 39K views, 21K views. Yikes. Yo. And this with all of the corporate press behind them. Everybody is pushing this podcast, and it's bombing. Another self-absorbed liberal. Nobody wants to hear from her. Her greatest accomplishment is being Barack's wife. Without him, she would have just been another anonymous black woman. Go back to your obscurity. Michelle Obama's podcast struggles to build audience 1 month after launch. Michelle Obama's podcast ranks 34 on Spotify charts. Getting destroyed by the Joe Rogan Experience, of course. Oof, man. It is a very, very bad. And also, the podcast, whenever you launch a podcast, you get a pop because you get new subscribers. So it's like holding your position over time is what matters. Michelle Obama humiliated amid dismal ratings. Podcast launched with great fanfare. Michelle Obama's new podcast with her eunuch brother, Craig Robinson, who weirdly looks more feminine than Michelle Obama, has failed to meet expectations. The new venture, entitled IMO, in my opinion, with Michelle Obama and Craig Robinson, follows the sibling duo as they give advice, discuss current events, and interview a variety of guests. The podcast is underperforming on the charts, placing it as the 34th show on Spotify. Her embarrassing podcast ratings come as divorce rumors plague the Obamas. Let's listen.
You be attracted to a guy who's not financially sound when you meet him?
I married one.
Don't you like that alley-oop I just threw you?
I left my corporate firm when I met Barack, and I had somebody who was like, I got your back. The risk you think you're taking, they're not that crazy, and I'm here to help you. That's when I said, I would rather have that in a partner than a higher income.
Let's talk about something that's not high, because you have to be high to actually watch this podcast. Democrat Party's favorability has dropped to a record low. The Obamas are not here to save it. We are proving that the Obamas were all fake and fraudulent in the first place with these numbers, because there's nothing more humbling than the actual free market of the internet. In spite of the fact that Michelle Obama has billions of dollars of free promotion pumped into this podcast, she can't even do like the numbers of a middle tier YouTuber, right? Yeah. Barack Obama and Michelle Obama living separate lives amid rumors of divorce, says Meghan McCain. Uh-oh. Apparently they are not living together. Michelle Obama shares bedroom conflict with husband Barack. He doesn't understand. The Obamas are over. It's not just because it was a separate bedrooms gossip. Maureen Callahan spills the beans. What does Michelle Obama have to say about this? Michelle Obama has finally pushed back on the divorce rumors. First Lady sat down with Sophia Bush for an episode of her podcast, Work in Progress. Who are these people? Like it's like the Hunger Games. Like all these extremely rich, out of touch libs go on podcasts that look like this. Whose podcast? What kind of a environment is this? It's the Hunger Games. It's the Hunger Games, right? Yeah. Look at that table. Look at those flowers. Look at how sanitized everything is. So different from our studio, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, so what did she say? What does she say about Barack Obama? That's the thing, as women, I think we struggle with disappointing people. I mean, so much that year, couldn't even fathom making a choice myself and assume that my husband and I are divorcing. That couldn't be a grown woman just making a set of decisions for herself, right? That's what society does to us. We start actually finally going, what am I doing? What am I doing this for? And if it doesn't fit some sort of stereotype for people, then it gets labeled as something negative and horrible. Oh, she's saying that we're all wrong for noticing that her and Barack Obama haven't been photographed together for years, that she looks more masculine than Barack does at this point, and that the two of them are clearly not in a good place because, well, no husband would ever share a photo of his wife looking like this and live to tell about it. Sorry for noticing. Maybe I should start a podcast called Sorry for Noticing. What are all these stupid ass podcasts? People, they have no audiences. They're just so desperate for attention. It's so sad. Ladies and gentlemen, here's someone who called it from 1,000 yards away. Megyn Kelly talking about Michelle Obama on our show. Let's go. Michelle Obama's podcast is getting destroyed right now. YouTube is the main platform that it's published on, and it's seeing massive ratios, virtually no views except for like people clicking on the video to go check the comment section and go read the comments.
Yep.
And man, it just seems like such an embarrassment for the establishment right now, because we were told that Michelle Obama was a messianic figure, and that so many and she would probably believe this, that billions of people love her so much that they'd sit there and listen to her and her eunuch-looking brother, who somehow looks more feminine than she does,
Brother Craig,
talk about their childhood. She actually thought she bought. I guess she drank the Kool-Aid, Megan.
Yes,
she thought that everyone was going to subscribe.
the same thing that happened to Oprah is happening to Michelle Obama, which is like you've lost your power. And you're starting to realize it. You once had a huge fan base and you were the queen, and you're not. And the numbers are showing it. And your fan base has left and they've moved on to a newer model. That's the way politics in particular works, but it can work that way in television too. Oprah had the biggest audience in the world. And then she went political, completely abandoned the women, and decided to make the race about race instead of her woman card, right? It was Hillary versus Barack for the Democratic nomination back in 2008. She chose to go with the race and rejected her audience, women of America of all races, who had made her a billionaire. She thumbed the middle finger at them. And that was the beginning of the end for her. No one gives a shit who Oprah thinks should be in office. No one. So she got out there. She tried to campaign for Kamala, and it didn't move the needle at all. She tried to do her same little Oprah shtick in her interview with Kamala, like, Kamala Harris. And people were like, why is she yelling at me? Like, that was one thing on your television in 1990. We communicate differently now. Everything's changed, and she hasn't been paying attention. Okay, so enter Michelle Obama. Same. She was a rock star when she was first lady, right? The left was so in love with itself for electing a black president that everything Michelle Obama touched turned to gold. Like she had the best style of any first lady ever. No, she didn't. She was like the most glamorous. No, she wasn't. She's the most beautiful. Let's face it, she wasn't. Same way Jill Biden supposedly had the next best style. Not true. Melania, they want you to think she's unattractive and can't wear a dress. Sure. Okay, so that's what they did. Michelle Obama believed it. She believed it to the point where she named her own memoir Becoming, Benny. Who names their memoir Becoming? Becoming Michelle Obama. You see, it works in so many ways. So she decides to go out there, and somebody convinced her if she had debates about whether a hot dog is a sandwich, she could sell it because she's Michelle Obama. No, they've moved on. And the right has always disliked her because they know she hates America. So now she gets out there, and you mark my words, it's just going to be a matter of days before she blames this on the racism of Americans who won't embrace her. And I guarantee you she's going to be mentioning her African hair, because she said when she was first lady, she wanted to wear her hair in like native African ways or ethnic like ways, but she couldn't because America was too racist and we weren't ready for it. So now she goes out with like 40 bumps. She looks like she's got tumors coming out of her skull, and she looks absurd. And for noticing that, we're all going to be called racists, and that's going to be why we don't watch the show, because we're racist. Look at this. She looks like an SNL skit parody of herself.
Is this called the Stegosaurus? Do you go, give me the Stegosaurus? You just go walking in and you go, I want to look prehistoric. I want to look prehistoric is what I want. Not historic. I want to look prehistoric. I want you to find me at a museum. Catch me outside at the museum.
I don't know what's happening.
Dino Park.
So there's no mystery as to why no one wants to listen to Michelle and Brother Craig talk about what time she likes to go to sleep and how long she has guests visit and whether the hot dog qualifies as a sandwich. We've moved on.